Señores, ahora vamos a presentarles un software de gestión empresarial muy importante que está traccionando a nivel mundial. Está con nosotros el vicepresidente de ventas globales de la empresa Highland Software, el señor Ed McQuiston, quien nos va a comentar al detalle sobre el potencial de este software aplicado a empresas peruanas. Ed, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for staying with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me about your company first, and second, your software.
Sure.
How it works, what do you have to offer for our market?
Sure. Well, Highland Software has been around since 1991. We have about 13,000 customers in 70 different countries. We focus in the enterprise content management market. So we store people's documents digitally. They can scan them in and store them. We store electronic content as well, Word files or email or what have you, and we make it accessible to anybody from their computer, their mobile phone, their tablet.
So it's cloud-based?
It can be. We offer it both in the cloud or on premises. We primarily sell in 6 vertical markets. So healthcare is very big for us, insurance, financial services, government, higher education, and commercial markets.
Which are the main opportunities in our market from these different verticals?
We do quite a bit in financial services and insurance, really across Latin America. Here in Peru, though, we have customers like Editora, Calida, and Claro. So a little bit of different markets.
Okay. And the application, can be used from different levels in the company?
Yes.
Who are the perfect user of your software?
Most of our users are automating some business process that's document-based. So if you think about an insurance company, a claim gets filed, all of the things that have to happen to get that claim paid, that workflow, will automate those processes so that the insurance adjuster can look at it. If it's a very expensive claim, their vice president might have to approve it.
Okay, so you
will handle that.
Different licenses for
Exactly.
accessing the software.
Yeah.
Okay, does the software connect directly to the final user? Consumers can get access to information, for instance, in the insurance company?
More and more we're having external users of the software. So they'll come through the insurance company's portal, and they'll be able to get access to data from the insurance company, but also the documents that are on base that the insurance company
So eventually you can offer an app on the mobile so you can have different points
Correct.
of access and get information.
And today there is an on-base app for iPhone, Android, and so as in my job, when I'm traveling, I approve requisitions for new hires, I approve contracts, all from my phone while I'm traveling.
Excellent. So it's a very powerful tool.
Absolutely.
Who represents here in Peru your company?
So we have a number of partners here in Peru. We've actually been operating in Peru for about 15 years.
15 years with the same software?
Yeah. In fact, our founder who began the first code of the software, our chief technology officer, is from Peru.
Oh, really?
So we've been here for a long time representing the product. We've got about 20 customers here in Peru, but over 500 in Latin America.
What's the name of the software?
OnBase.
OnBase. Which is a similar competitor offering similar solutions, maybe Outlook, for instance, connecting with the cloud. Do you have something that can be eventually considered as a benchmark in the industry? I'm asking this in order to facilitate the understanding of the concept.
Sure. Yeah, we compete with companies like FileNet or Documentum, who are now offered by IBM and EMC.
Okay.
But as you know, they have many other offerings. This is what we do. We only sell OnBase. We develop it, sell it, service it, support it. We don't sell any hardware. We don't sell other things.
Okay.
It's the sole focus of our company.
Who supports the service from Peruvian companies?
Sure. So our partners here in Peru, they will sell it, they'll do the installation of it, and they'll provide that first line support on the phone. But if there's a challenge with the software itself, they call Highland.
Okay.
We have a Latin American support team they call into that answers all their questions. The product's fully translated in Spanish, and so they've got access to that Latin American support team.
How many months or weeks, I don't know, it takes to install the software?
It really depends. So, for example, so let's say someone puts in an accounts payable solution, they might be up in 2 to 3 months. If someone does a more extensive solution, 6 months probably at the outside.
Is it an expensive tool?
It really scales. One of the things that's nice is people can start small. They can start with one process and then grow it across the organization. And we provide training, and the product's very configurable, so they can roll it out themselves at their pace. So they may start with just a single department and then add human resources or add accounts payable or add, and they can do that in their pace. And so it allows them financially to start with a small investment and grow it over time. Or, as you brought up, a cloud-based solution now offers them a subscription model to be able to essentially pay month by month.
Just using, you have a space in cloud storing your information, and that's it.
Correct. So we offer on-base, in the cloud. We've actually been doing that since 2003, believe it or not.
Can you give me some gross idea about the pricing?
Sure. Well, we've got customers that can buy anywhere from a really small solution that's $25,000 to customers that spend well over $1 million with us. It just depends on the scope.
Okay. So you can attend small and medium-sized companies as well as big corporations.
Yeah, our roots are really in the small and medium-sized business market. But as we've grown as a company, we now have 1,800 employees, and as we've grown,
is it
we've
a
also
private
seen
or
bigger.
public?
It is a privately held company.
How do you manage the security?
So, from an on-premises standpoint, OnBase has a user security model. We'll also tie in with somebody's network security to understand the roles of the users, and we'll take their security, and then they can secure documents. They can secure documents by type. They can even secure at a keyword level. So there's a lot that they can do to manage security. Because we do so much work in banks, we do so much work in hospitals, security is absolutely the most critical thing. You're dealing with people's health information or banking information, so it has to be airtight from a security standpoint. Same with the cloud. Our cloud-based security, we go through certifications year in and year out.
It sounds to me that this software helps a lot, or much more, companies that have lots of transactions. Am I correct?
It can be. Companies solve different problems with our software. So I was, recently in Brazil, and I walked through someone's office, and there's just boxes of paper and cabinets of paper everywhere. And that's common.
Very common here as well.
So, just getting rid of all that paper and making it so that if you get a phone call from a customer, you can type in and pull it up online. You don't have to find it in a file cabinet or in a warehouse. That's a big deal for people. But now, once you add the workflow, now you put that paper to work. You automate the process and speed up customer service.
Is it a friendly front end to the user? Because normally, some types of software have this challenge to be friendly, to connect directly with the user. Sometimes it is very difficult to change your settings and enter the new interface. So is it a friendly one?
I think so. It's always tough to balance the features that people want and keep it simple to view. And so we actually offer a variety of different interfaces. We'll also allow people to customize their interface.
You can?
Yeah. So if somebody wants to put their own web front end on it and customize how it's used, a lot of our users actually never go into OnBase. So they use SAP. They click a button, an invoice appears. That's OnBase, but for the user, it feels like SAP. In hospitals, they work in the electronic medical record. They click, the document comes up. For the doctor, it's part of the medical record, but it's actually OnBase underneath that's serving the document. So from a usability standpoint, it makes it very easy.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, it's good to know that because sometimes it's the most important challenge for users, right?
Especially, when you're dealing with, physicians and hospitals,
Yeah.
they want to get to the information as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So they just, it says this is the lab result, they click it, it pops up. But even areas like back office, accounts payable, or human resources, they've been working the same way for a long time. They don't necessarily want to change, and you take the paper out of their hand. So it's important that it be very simple and, very easy to adopt. And so now they can, be in SAP or be in Oracle, click the button, here's the document, and then when they get that phone call from the customer, the first time they do that, then they start to like the software.
Excellent. Give me some contact information. Who's the partner that can help some companies eventually interested in your software?
Sure. Well, we've got a variety of partners here in Peru.
Okay.
So, it would...
Where the consumers can get information?
Yeah, if they could just go to onbase.com or email info@onbase.com. Either one of those would get them in touch with us, and, we'll follow up for sure.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
For
Thanks
being
for
here
having me.
tonight.
All right, good night.
Take care and enjoy Peru.
Absolutely.
Ed McQuiston, vicepresidente de ventas globales de Highland Software, estuvo con nosotros presentándonos el software OnBase, ya disponible desde hace algunos años en nuestro mercado, pero ahora tenemos aquí más información. Volvemos, señores, tras la pausa. Ed.